Well, now full-blown political war has erupted over NCP chief Sharad Pawar claiming, claims alleging that the Maoist threat letter to assassinate Modi were fake. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has lashed out at the NCP chief, taking to Twitter. Fadnavis said, and I quote, "It is very unfortunate that Sharad Pawar is raising doubts about the communication seized by the police which reveals the plot to assassinate Narendra Modi," unquote. He further added that Sharad did not have to stoop so low. Remember, Sharad Pawar claimed while the real culprits of Bhima-Koregaon clash were let off, those who were innocent were framed. Pawar also claimed that the threat letters were floated to garner sympathy of voters. The shocking comments comes days after human rights activist Rona Jacob Wilson was arrested from South Delhi in connection with the case.
भीमा कोरेगावमध्ये कुणी उद्योग केला हे सगळ्या जगाला माहिती आहे, पण ज्यांचा संबंध नाही अशा लोकांना अटक केले जाते. आणि या सगळ्या गोष्टी सत्तेचा गैरवापर करण्याच्या संबंधीच्या आणि लोकांचा पाठिंबा राहिलेला नाही हे स्पष्ट करण्याच्या संबंधीच्या आहेत. आणि म्हणून आता लोकांची सहानुभूती राहिली नाही.
All right, let me go across to to senior NCP leader Majid Menon, who is joining us for more on this story. Majid Saab, a lot of people are going to take this in bad taste. They are saying that the opposition is so desperate that a national security issue, a threat to the Prime Minister, is being labelled, is being used for political purposes.
It is very difficult to say as to whether the threat perception is genuine. See, I'll tell you why. See, the whole personal security of the Prime Minister is not a trivial matter. Now, the whole departments after departments are working for that. IB gets advance information. RAW is there, Security Department is there, the VVIP security, the Prime Minister stands among the topmost people to be guarded. And therefore, it is not that very easy that a small investigating officer in some sundry crime would lay hand on a paper and which reveals that, well, a major conspiracy to kill the Prime Minister is on. All our departments which are supposed to safeguard the custody of the President, Prime Minister and Chief Justice of India are so helpless that they have no information and they would depend upon a small district investigating officer who will come out with a letter. Number two, that if at all any conspiracy is being hatched for such a big crime to be committed, which would create havoc, as that happened in Rajiv Gandhi's case, those who are perpetrating or those who are preparing for this crime are not fools to write such letters. See, people understand it's a matter of common sense. And last but not the least,
yes,
as Pawar Sahib has rightly said, that during the past few months or weeks, we are seeing that the BJP popularity graph is on drastic decline. The Prime Minister's himself image, Prime Minister's himself, charisma has totally receded.
But Mr. Menon, but the question also would be, sir, what as a senior lawyer also, you are making these arguments based on your presumption. Should we not wait for an inquiry, for an investigation to complete itself, only then and in fact put these facts in front of a court before we jump to this conclusion, sir?
No, and remember one thing, I am telling you as an experienced criminal lawyer, I am practicing criminal law for almost half century. I have appeared in matters of all important sensitive matters in the country over the past 5 decades. So please bear with me that if there is any such preparation or conspiracy going on, it need not be revealed like this at the beat of drums or from the rooftop.
Okay.
It ought to have been kept as a secret. And it ought to have been worked upon, and they ought to have laid hand upon those who are doing it, and it is only thereafter this news could have broken.
Right.
Why are you in a hurry to make a noise that the Prime Minister's life is in danger? Therefore, the possibility of it being done for winning sympathies of the declining popularity of the Prime Minister.
Okay, sir.
It has been done.
I will leave it there, Mr. Majid Menon. Thank you so much for coming to the broadcast and giving us your perspective on this story. Ultimately, security of the Prime Minister is, in fact, of paramount importance. And as Mr. Menon is saying, it should not be, in fact, used for political gains. We'll have to wait for an exhaustive inquiry before any conclusion can be drawn. Now, 2 days after the conspiracy theory over a Maoist plot to assassinate the Prime Minister, in fact, it was revealed former JNU student Sheila Rashid has added a political spin to the theory, alleging Nitin Gadkari, Union Minister, is plotting Prime Minister's murder. Now, Gadkari is mulling slapping a defamation case against Sheila Rashid.
A chilling plot to assassinate PM Modi. A letter allegedly written by Naxal sympathizers. And now a bizarre political spin to the conspiracy theory. Former JNU Student Union Vice President Sheila Rashid stoked a fresh row after claiming Union Minister Nitin Gadkari and RSS complicity in the alleged murder plot. She tweeted, "Looks like RSS and Gadkari is planning to assassinate Modi and then blame it upon Muslims and communists and then lynch Muslims."
Then such a statement is an attempt to giving a mask to Maoists.
People know about her credentials, credibility, and also about her association with all the anti-national elements. She will speak the language she has learnt.
A furious Nitin Gadkari responded and vowed to drag Sheila to court. He tweeted, "I would be taking legal action on anti-social elements who have made bizarre comments, attributing personal motives to me regarding the assassination threat to PM Modi."
मेरा जो ट्वीट है वो तो सरकास्टिक है, मुझे पता नहीं इस पे गडकरी जी इतना रिएक्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं। नहीं, इस पे कानूनी कार्रवाई की कोई बात ही नहीं है, ये तो सरकास्टिक ट्वीट है। ये तो सिंपली ऐसे है जैसे कोई कार्टूनिस्ट कोई पॉइंट बोलता है या कोई सरकास्टिक पीस लिखा जाता है, ये तो उस तरह का पॉइंट है।
A murder theory. A bizarre allegation. And now a legal war looming. Did Sheila bite off more than she could chew? And should she apologize if she can't prove her charge? With Pooja Shali, Parbina Purkayst in Delhi and Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Bureau Report, India Today.
In a significant development, Centre has opened top government posts for private sector individuals. Modi government has notified 10 positions of joint secretaries through the Lateral scheme. Experts from 10 fields with an experience of 15 years can apply for the post. According to Modi government's notification, individuals of 40 years of age with the graduation level qualification are eligible for the post, while the BJP has welcomed the move by calling it an opportunity for talented individuals to enter bureaucracy. The opposition is calling it the Centre's bid a bid to give backdoor entry to BJP and RSS individuals.
You are opening it up to public sector and maybe also private sector. Now, public sector salaries are low, so maybe public sector people will come. But what will be the gain to the government? Well, public sector people are already available to you. The top talent from the private sector will not be attracted because you are offering a pay of something like 20-25 lakhs per annum. And one reads every day that even young IIM graduates and IIT graduates are drawing salaries of this order.
I think it's an endeavor to get the best from whichever source available. And Prime Minister Modi has led India on a path of development at a very rapid pace. And this is for the first time in the last 3-4 years, this number of path-breaking decisions have taken place. I think this is all motivated with the focus on allowing every citizen of India a fair chance to ensure his or her growth depending on his or her potential, his or her capability.
Seen from a positive perspective, attracting a pool of experienced or those who would like to serve the country, bring their services and knowledge to the benefit of the country. There have been instances in the past where even technocrats have worked at various levels. Even from the bureaucracy, it can happen sometimes that people leave the service to want to work in a particular area or work in an area of interest. So it should be seen from a very positive perspective.
ये किसी न किसी खास उद्देश्य से इसे क्या लगता है, इसके माध्यम से आरएसएस से जुड़े हुए लोग, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनके संगठन से जुड़े हुए लोग या उद्योगपति हैं, उनके अपने लोग इसके माध्यम से इसमें सर्विस में जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी लेवल पे उसमें आ जाएंगे। इससे सीधे सीधे ये लोग जो भारत सरकार के जो निर्णय हैं होंगे उसको प्रभावित करने का सीधे सीधे प्रयास है।
एक और चेष्टा की जा रही है संस्थाओं से नियमों से खिलवाड़ करने की। से कई प्रश्न आज सुबह से सोशल मीडिया पर भी लोग उठा रहे हैं और हम सब बड़े हतप्रभ हैं। इस तरह से आप कोई निर्णय ले लेते हैं और विज्ञापन निकाल कर और लागू कर देते हैं, ऐसे नहीं होता है। सरकारें ऐसे नहीं चलती। हम बार बार कहते हैं इन्हें सरकार चलाना नहीं आता है। ये एक और उदाहरण दिया उन्होंने इस बात का कि इन्हें न सरकार चलाना आता है, न हार के विपक्ष में बैठना आता है, न जीत के पावर में रहना आता है।
Let me go across to my colleague Meetu Jain, who's joining me for more on this story. Meetu, how is the bureaucracy, the people, the IAS officers, the other civil servants, how are they taking this move as far as the government is concerned? A lot of worries about what exactly would be their role.
That's right. In fact, there's a lot of consternation amongst the bureaucracy because, this is not the first time that the government has tried to, as they call it, tamper with the steel structure. The last time around, also, the Parliament Standing Committee had pulled up the government on what is called Project 360, where, the assessment of officers is done by not just the immediate senior, but by a whole lot of others. And there were several issues regarding, appointments and promotions there as well. Now you have this thing of lateral entry, and that's not something that's being taken very well. But remember, where the bureaucracy is concerned, there isn't much that they can do to it, because the last time around also they had opposed this attempt and they had gone to the Supreme Court. There was a PIL, in fact, that had been filed saying that all appointments, if it has to be done, should be done through the UPSC. Now that was something that had been turned down by the Supreme Court, and that was, remember, at the time when P. Chidambaram was Home Minister, and he tried to bring about some changes in the bureaucracy, and he tried to bring in more professionals, like he said, into the bureaucracy. I want to give you two quick examples of how getting in outside talent has really, what has been the outcome of it. One was the CEO of NatGrid, a guy called Raghu Raman.
Right.
The moment the government changed, he was unceremoniously thrown out. The other, of course, we all know was what happened to Raghu Ram Rajan, Reserve Bank Governor. He was also an appointee of the previous government, and he was an outsider. So essentially, outsiders might be welcome in one government, but what happens to their fate in the next government is not something that one can really predict. And so therefore,
that's right.
While there is consternation, one doesn't know how the private sector is going to be really taking it just now.
Well, that's a very important point, in fact, Meetu, that you have made. It will change with government to government, and we'll have to see whether this is just a cosmetic, change by the government, or should they, in fact, if they don't believe in the bureaucracy, go for a larger, overhaul of the entire bureaucracy. After war over ministerial berths, now there is fresh tussle in Karnataka Congress over the state chief's post. According to the sources, Dinesh Gundu Rao is front-runner for the post of the KPCC chief. However, the final call will be taken by party president Rahul Gandhi. On Sunday, top leaders of the party met with disgruntled MLAs but failed to convince them. Few Congress leaders will meet Deputy Chief Minister G. Parmeshwara to take stock of the situation. A crucial Congress meet will be held tomorrow as well. However, senior leader D.K. Shiv Kumar asserted all was well within the party. He slammed the BJP state president Yediyurappa for claiming some Congress and JDS MLAs wanted to join the BJP, adding Yediyurappa must accept defeat.
Some of the things related to our party, particularly appointment of the new KPCC president, and then MPs of the opinion that their views also should be taken before a final decision to appoint the PCC president is taken.
They are definitely unhappy, but everything has been sorted out. My leader has spoken to few leaders. Rahul ji has also spoken. I am in touch with all the legislators. Nothing will go wrong.
Party has always been talking. Our High Command has always been talking. We will not give tickets to people who just joined the party. Yes. We will not give position. But then when it comes and when it happens, we don't see it really happening. So that is also a big, maybe a setback for the parties overall also. Because wherever there is opportunities, people like to just jump over. Then that loyalty doesn't stay on. True. And people who are loyal, if are not rewarded, it's a loss for the party. Absolutely. And you cannot strengthen party then. And it becomes difficult. The situation won't be the same always. Party needs to understand the grassroots level feelings of the workers, leaders. If they don't understand that, then they will pay a bigger price for that. And see, now 120 to 78, then we don't know. Whereas the leadership needs to understand we need always a change, which is all the people are looking at.
All right, let me go across to my colleague Nolan Pinto, who is joining me for more on this story. Nolan, the fact remains that everything is not well within the Congress party. D.K. Shivkumar already has made it very clear he also wants to be the president of the Congress party in Karnataka. In this sense, is there still worry as far as the JDS Congress government is concerned?
Well, in fact, yesterday, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar very clearly stated that all is well now. They have sorted out all the troubles over here. But clearly, things are not as okay or all hunky-dory as possible. Because yesterday we spoke to some of the MLAs who are basically not happy or quite unhappy with this situation over here, especially with them not being given ministerial berths. It's still happening over here. Even though Mr. M.B. Patil went to Delhi, spoke to Rahul Gandhi, we're told that he demanded the Deputy CM's post for a Lingayat and Rahul Gandhi turned that down. But what the MLAs over here are stating that they're okay with the High Command making choices for various MLAs to become ministers. But the point is, please make a change. Give the ones who have not yet been ministers, let them get a chance to rule the state, bring about a change. What's the use of giving the ones who were already ministers? And we have seen what really happened because Congress's numbers dropped from 120 plus to 78, 79. So they said the change is what is necessary. It's not based on caste and those permutation combinations. It should work on merit. Now, this is what some of the MLAs state, but the other MLAs are very clearly stating that it should be based on caste and caste combinations. Now, on the president's post, as of now, there was a meeting yesterday. They stated that on the KPCC president, they are leaving it to Mr. Rahul Gandhi to decide, and they will be okay with that.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi will decide. Still everything not well as far as the Congress-JDS alliance, especially in the Congress party, despite defeating Yediyurappa at least in the permutation combination game as far as the politics of Karnataka is concerned. Now with that...
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.